Ah, yeah, yeah. Now I see it. Now I see it.
You
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it? Okay.
yeah.
We are all fixed.
Yes, yes. Um, yeah, but you tell me, how are you? Like, first, let's catch up a
I'm
little bit.
good. I'm
Just
good.
to,
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Life is going
yeah.
on. How are you? Where are you joining from today?
I
The
am
location,
doing
I
well.
mean.
The location I'm in is Phuket, Phuket, Thailand.
You're still in Thailand.
Yeah, yeah, but that's why I was like, you texted me like you didn't sleep or you awake that early, but for me this was 7 a.m. or something when I texted you.
Ah,
No,
I
or
didn't know that you were still in Thailand.
yeah, no, I am, I am, I am.
How is Thailand?
I just well, it's
You're
great. I
enjoying?
mean, yeah, I am, I am. I haven't had any. I don't know. I haven't had to wear any long pants in like 6 months. So
The
the
weather is
life
very
is
good,
good.
right? One of my friends is also there now.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's every day plus 30 degrees. Like so.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I just don't wanna be back in Europe where it's that cold and yeah, the temperature is not mine back there.
Okay. Good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and what are you doing there? Like it's just a vacation or it's for work, I think.
Well, it's kind of like a mixture. It's kind of like I'm living here. So I picked this spot to live here because like I basically can live where I want, and
Yeah.
I just try to escape the winter in Europe, and that's why I picked Thailand because I love the food, I love the weather, the people
When
are
did you move
nice.
there? When did you move there?
I mean, it's not this very official move. It's just like I'm
Oh,
here since I've been here since October, and yeah, yeah, and I am not planning to come back too soon. Like when I say planning to come back, I mean back to Europe,
mhm.
because other than my mother and my best friend, I'm not really missing much out of yeah,
Everything.
out of
You
every
don't
like.
have any reason to come back.
No, no, no. Like not at all. It's kind of like I'm currently on my path and I'm enjoying it. That's why I yeah, I already know where the next spot is gonna be. So it's not like I moved to Thailand and now I'm staying here forever. It's just like okay,
Mhm.
I was 6 months or I will be here 6 months. Then I'll go the next country and see where life takes me.
Perfect, perfect. Okay.
Uh,
So welcome to my podcast.
well, thank you, thank you.
You're my favorite
Maybe
person.
you quickly want to tell me shortly in your own words what the podcast is about. Like, I mean, you mentioned it in chat, but just um, that you share like what it is about and what are your goals or
Mhm.
purpose behind it.
Okay, you
Just
want the
that,
updates from my life? When did we met? It was like 4 months ago, right? 4 or 5?
no more. It was in
Oh my god.
July, so it
July.
was I think 7 months ago, something like this.
Oh my god, really? I don't believe that.
Yeah,
7?
because 4 months. Yeah, because 4 months ago, I was in Thailand already. No, and it was in July. So it's something like 7 months. Yeah, yeah. It's
Wow.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
let's.
tell me what happened since then. Like
Wow,
since
a
yeah,
lot happened.
yeah, beautiful.
So I'm studying right now as well. Like I want to take some exams, as I told you. And at the same
Yeah,
time, I launched this YouTube channel. I'm working on my business online and like continue the work that I was doing here as well. And yeah, I get the decision to like for the next destination as we talked. I don't want to like make it so published. So
yeah. Okay, yeah. No one
yeah,
needs to
only for
know
my friends.
exactly.
They know that, yes. And yeah, life, I'm so busy during the day. Like I'm working and studying.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
free time. And
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm enjoying because like there is a goal behind that, and I'm so happy
Yeah.
with all it's happening. Like the reason, and I have a surprise. Like at the end of the video, I might tell you. I told you I have a surprise. I was
Yes. Yes.
working
I'm curious.
in a project for like 2 3 months, and finally,
Hmm.
like I finished that, and this is
Okay.
something that is a start for me for like the journey that I want to pursue in like a professional life. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited about that. I will let you know. But this is
Okay. Like keeping
about
it
you.
very
This is about you.
secretive.
You are my
Okay.
interview. Don't interview me.
Oh yeah. Well, sorry. I was
I know
still.
you're
I
a
thought
good
we're.
listener. Oh my god, my ear. I know that you're a good listener, but at the same time, why I pick you as my first interviewee? Let me say that.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we met like 7 months ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it was like first of all, let's say the whole story. It was like by coincidence in metro. You were asking me about like a direction.
Well.
And this
Well.
is,
Yes. Yeah.
this is so funny because like everyone that knew me, they know that like I'm awful in direction. No one asked me direction. That was like my first reaction was like laughing. I was like, oh my god, how this guy is asking me about direction? I don't know. Did I answer right? By the way,
Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't even remember the words you said.
it
I
was a
just
false
remember.
question.
No, no, like no, it was. I was
It
literally.
was
I
a
was
real
really.
question.
It was a real question because I was really looking for something, but I also
I
thought,
remember.
okay, you're cute. That's why I'm talking to you and not to someone else. So it's. But I remember just like how you answered, and it was very open and very helpful. And I was like, yeah, that's why we started chatting, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And your energy was like so good. That's why like I was at the same time like our energy matched. That's why I continue talking to you and we explore Istanbul for one whole day. And I think we
Mhm.
literally talk for 8 hours something non-stop.
It was long for sure. Yes.
Yeah. And I think I told my whole life story. And like the conversation goes so deep. That's why I really enjoyed and I wanted like I told you like I think you have a lot to share, and the that this is the reason that I wanted like more people hear your stories, like what you're doing, and I found that your lifestyle and the way that you're living so
Uh-huh.
fascinating, and this is something that I was looking for. I wanted to be like that, and when I met you, like when I met you and we talked, I was like, okay, this is the vision that I always had for like for my next 5 years. And when you meet someone in real life that they are literally living the life that you wanted, this is so
Uh-huh.
inspiring. That's why, and you were so inspiring for me. And this is the reason that I chose you for my next, more my first interview in my podcast.
Well, that's amazing. I love it. I love to be that inspiration for you, and yeah, that you chose me. Like I'm very humbled by it.
No, no, you really are amazing. And another reason is like, uh, I had this belief, like I used to think that for sharing or like for recording this kind of videos or even like creating content in social media, you need to be famous or very important to do that.
Hmm.
But in this time, I understand that it's not the point. Everyone that has something to share, I think they need to share, because like you have some community, I have some community, friends, family, the people that I they knew me. And
Yeah.
when we talk about like real life experiences, what happened, the life that we are living now, and what we've done, and our vision, our goals, like everything that can help other people, I think when we do that, people that knew us, they can be more inspired. Like for example, you can watch a podcast for like an influencer, author, famous people, and they are saying a lots of like good things. We are doing that, we are doing that, this is the right, this is the wrong, or this is how you can get successful or not. And we can
Hmm.
we can listen, and so most of the people, they can have like this limiting beliefs. Okay, they had this facilities, they born in this country, or
Mhm.
they had this, they had that, and that's why they became successful, or they could reach what they wanted in their life. But
Mhm.
when people knew someone, and in real life they see how far they've come, and
Mhm.
what challenges they had, and they reached to the point that they wanted, they can be
Mhm.
even more inspired. That's why I think that our,
Mhm.
like everyone as people, they can be uh, inspiring for the people they met daily. They can be inspiring for their friends, for their family, for their all the communities that someday they met or they knew from social media. So that's why I think sharing is so important. And I know that when people like hear about like your lifestyle, your stories, like how you're living,
Mhm.
and I think they can be so inspired.
Well, I think it's great what you're doing, and I think it's very true that like if you have someone who you really know, like you who you know in real life, it's much more real. You can touch it,
Exactly.
and
You can
it's
resonate
much
with
more.
that people. You can feel connected. You can
Yes.
see that
Yes.
like it's really possible for
Uh-huh.
like having this life that you always wanted. Like when I met you, I had like some limiting beliefs. I'm not saying like it was, I'm just saying like as an example that when I met you, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I always vision that I want to live like that. I want to travel or like live in different places. I want this
Yeah.
freedom, na. But you
Yeah.
can say it and say it and say it, but when you see in real life, like someone just as a normal person come to your life, and you're talking and chatting, and you can see like how possible it can be. I
Yeah.
think it will keep you more motivated for try and try and try for the life
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, like that's why a role model that is real and in your real life, or like real in your life, is one of the strongest things you can ever have, because like
Exactly.
people are very strong at modeling people, like modeling their behaviors. And if it's kind of like, if you see like, not just on a screen or on social media, but someone who you really met and you see how they move, act, talk, it's kind of like, huh, it's actually quite simple. That doesn't mean it's not difficult or something to get there or
Mhm.
challenging, but it becomes real. And well, I'm very happy to having had that influence.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that I met you, and like I'm happy that you're here now, and I'm happy that you are going to share your life and whatever you
Uh-huh.
wanted, that you think that it can inspire people.
Sure, sure. I'm down for any questions or whatever
Okay.
you want to ask me.
So first you can start with like introducing yourself, any background
Hmm.
that you want to say, like where you've born, what you're doing, like a little bit
Sure, sure,
introduce.
sure. My name is Ewald. I'm 30 years old. I am playing poker professionally for, I would say, the past 6, 7 years. Also, I have been owning a gym for, yeah, in April, it's gonna be 9 years. So yeah, it's crazy actually.
You sold
Um,
the Jeep?
no, no, like I'm still owning it because, but
Mhm.
I like I'm still owning it. And yeah, I'm still owning it, and I have been doing some fitness coaching as well. But I would say regarding work, it has been basically poker, the gym, and I also led two boot camps for poker players. One in Florianopolis, Brazil, and the other one in Lima, Peru, which is kind of like it was a 30-day event where I took or where I was with poker players, and I kind of
Mhm.
showed them healthy habits of living that can increase their performance. So I went to go lift with them, eat clean with them, have a proper sleep schedule, go do ice bathing, go out in nature. So kind of incorporating a healthy life as a poker player and how this can boost your performance. And yeah, one happened last year and one here happened 2 years ago. I think those were also quite big events for me because I can see where I can truly have an impact. And and yeah, I mean that's short. Like I'm from Austria. I'm born in Vienna. Although I don't think that matters too much. But yeah, that's about it. I would say.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. So tell me
Yeah.
more about like your lifestyle. Because I remember when we shared like about your lifestyle and habits, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's so disciplined." And like and
Yeah,
in real life, like in the community that I'm living, like between my friends or family, like they consider me as someone disciplined. And when I met you, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm not even half disciplined as this guy." And like the way
yeah.
that you manage like everything, share that, like how
Mhm.
is your lifestyle, like you can picture like a daily routine that you have, if you have.
Nice, nice. Yeah, regarding the discipline, I have not met many
You really
people.
are disciplined.
Huh?
You really are disciplined, I believe, like
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like I haven't met many, if any, people who are on the same level as discipline as I
me
am.
too.
Like, yeah, like yeah, but it's less about like people can be disciplined for a month, but can they be it for a decade? And I think this is where I'm, let's say, different because when I say and stick to something, it's kind of like it's a consistent thing. And yeah, that's why I think this separates me from
Yeah,
undisciplined
it
people
really does.
because it's my normal. So okay, I can share a usual day, for example, when I'm working or when I'm playing poker. Um, like from the past 4 months, I will share. Just one question: is this too loud or not? Because I just turned on the AC. You hear it
No.
or not? Okay, perfect. Yeah, because it's getting super hot in here. So yeah, cool. Um, so how does a daily like? I'm talking now the typical day that was from October to January because now it's a little bit different. But I will share maybe later why that's the case.
So, like, first question is like when you change your place to live, or like
Yeah.
the seasonally, you will change your daily routines as well, like according to the place or your lifestyle that time.
Yes, because it's basically there are two, three factors that come into play. The first one is when is the best time to play poker?
Mhm.
Um, I've been now doing quite a lot of yoga, so the other question is when is the yoga class? And then it's like when am I going to live? So it's kind of like I'm building the day out around those things and kind of put the food, the studying, the reading in between there. And it can vary if this is in South America or in Asia. So
Okay.
this depends where I'm at. Yes, I would say so. Um, yeah.
So,
Sorry.
you were saying like in a day,
Yeah.
like
So you want
from
the
January
typical
to
day now?
yeah, yeah, you can share now your day routine, like
Okay.
normal day.
So yeah. So I've been waking up very early, like somewhere between 4 and 5 a.m.
Yeah, you can say.
Um, and then I've been waking up maybe 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes I did some reading, sometimes I did some journaling, but very soon I started to prepare for my session, like my poker session, which means like I do my warm up, which means like it incorporates three, four different things, kind of like looking over hands, doing a pre-game meditation, and then after 15, 20 minutes, what are the goals for the sessions and stuff like this. And then I jump into the session. The session then goes somewhere between 90 minutes to 3 hours, around that range. Then the session is over. Oh, maybe what I forgot. Of course, I already eat the first thing in the morning too. Like, so it's eat, then I start, then the session is over, I eat again. Um, then it's a little bit of downtime. a little bit like it's yeah maybe 30 minutes 1 hour where I maybe do some steps, get some sun, just relax a little bit, answer to messages, anything. Then I walk to the yoga. Then I do the yoga. Takes 1 hour. It's amazing. Just like the first time getting already the being physical, and just getting out of the mind and just being in the body and the physical. Yoga is done. Then I go eat again, of course. Um, then I eat. Then I come back home. Then I again, this is then a block like 1.5, 2 hours, depending how tired I am. Sometimes I take a nap. Sometimes I read something. It's kind of like it's not fully planned out. But then I start studying, which is then taking between 1 to 2 hours. I'm just studying poker stuff, looking over hands, reviewing the session. Like it's all kind of poker stuff. Then I'm starting to take my pre-workouts stuff, um, and then soon I'm going to the gym. Um yeah, then I go to the gym, um, destroy the gym, kill it there, and then I eat again. Yeah, and then it's kind of like 7, 8 o'clock. I come back home. I'm also staying here with a guy from Finland, like another poker player. So obviously, in the moments where I'm not doing anything, I'm either talking to him or I'm on the phone or I'm just relaxing, chilling at the pool. So it's not like that every minute is planned out. But yeah, then I'm coming home and then say again.
I said, of course, like every minute cannot be planned out.
Yeah, no, no, like it because this might sound too every minute is like this, but it's I have like my 5 to 6, 7 things I want to do in a day, and those are getting done or checked consistently. Because then at the nighttime, it's usually okay. Lights are going down. I have my red light here. Then I do my reading, and then at 9 o'clock I fall asleep. And
You said
yeah,
9 o'clock. I
like that
remember
was
the time that I was sleeping 9 o'clock. All my friends were making fun of me. They're
and
like, "What?"
they continue to do that, but for me it's completely fine because I love it. The thing though, now it's a little bit different because now I have a little bit in life is shifting. That's why I'm. This was the routine I've been doing now for the past 4.5 months, and it was like it definitely put me on a different level, like mentally and physically. Like I'm stronger than ever. I'm more flexible than ever. I'm clearer than ever, but yeah, I think I just go there. Like with this, life was very monotone as well. Like I've been doing the same thing pretty much day in, day out. Yes, there were 2 off days each week, but still it was very much the same. So what I've been focusing now the past 3, 4 weeks is enjoying life a little bit more. Is like I've been traveling to, or traveling. I mean, yes, I've been traveling to different places. I've been exploring places with the motorbike. I've been chilling more. I've been meeting more people. So I think life happens in phases, and the first phase was a phase of like, okay, go, 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 build, grow, and everything. And now it's more this phase of, okay, take it a little bit easier with work and
Exactly.
relax and enjoy life. So I'm kind of like, I'm very much in the phase of like enjoying right now, and it does feel needed and also very good. But the period before it was very focused and very clear. But I think you have to be aware that life happens in phases, and I was aware of, or I'm aware right now and before that those are different phases.
I agree. That was the question I wanted to ask you. How, like, most disciplined guide I've ever met in my life. Like, I wanted to ask how you balance this with your like friendships or like people, like how you balance these kind of things. And like, do you have like when, for example, you have someone in your life, do you have like more flexibility or like your that discipline yet. No, nothing should like change the plan.
Yeah, a very good question because I think, especially in the past, I've been too rigid about it, being like, okay, this is the plan and nothing is interfering with it. And the one or the thing that I'm realizing more and more, the most important thing, or one of the most important thing in life, is the people around you, like the people
Exactly.
who you spend your time with. Like I don't want to say it doesn't matter if online or in real life, because for me it's mostly real life. But I'm also spending now more time, for example, with my best friend online on calls, or other friends that I'm calling more, which I was not too open in the past, and which I think it's a learning process, and I'm glad I got there. So in the past, the plan was basically okay, that's how I do it. But now it's very much, I reached a certain level in life, and now it's kind of like, well, enjoy where you are, and
Mhm.
enjoy where you got,
And
basically.
celebrate what
And
you achieve with people that you love.
exactly, like for me, the biggest freedom or the biggest wealth is that I can do whatever I want with whomever I want whenever I want. And the thing is, I'm pretty much able to do that, but there are very few people who can do it too. But I
Mm.
try to then plan it around that we can do it together. Like
Mm.
let's say my mom was visiting me, and she visited me here, and I showed her everything, and we had 1 week, and it was the best time ever. And I can't wait until my best friend is coming here, and so this is, now that it's shifting quite a lot, that yes, it is important that I do my lifting, that I do my yoga, that I do my studying. But let's say the only thing that kind of needs to happen, is kind of like the lifting that happens anyway, wherever I am. But if I don't do yoga every day, or if I don't study every day, or if I don't play every day, it doesn't matter. Like
Mm.
it really doesn't matter. It's kind of like, this life is about being lived, and not, oh my god, you need to tick
Exactly.
boxes all the time. So
Exactly.
so that's
You're
why
alive
I
by
think,
human connection.
exactly, like that's yeah, that's, I think, the most important lesson that people learn too late, because they're sacrificing all kind of stuff, to then realize, oh shit, I missed it out all the time. And I'm very happy that I'm very young and I realized it, and that's why, yeah, I would say not as rigid with my routine. I mean, like people say, like, are you traveling and you're still training? And it's kind of like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
I wanted
about?
to
Of course,
ask like how you balance like if you're traveling each 3 months, 4 months. Like for me, it's like when I go to a place, I need sometimes to settle, like to get used to that place, and then like make my routine like come according to that place. So how you balance like working, moving, traveling, like balancing with like everything that you want to do in your life, like
yeah,
how long for you take, like it's 1 week, 2 weeks, like or immediately after one day you can start do whatever you
yes.
want? Because I remember when you came here for vacation, you were like, okay, today morning I wake up, I do my exercises, I came here, I was like, this guy's he came here for vacation, why? And how
Yeah,
on earth
yeah,
you're doing exercises in Istanbul?
yeah. Like, to answer your question, I think, the number one trait here is adaptability. So I'm
Adaptability.
very quick to adapt. Like, I've been
Mm,
in a lot of places in the world, and I'm quite certain you can drop me in any place of the world, and within 2 days I would have my routine. Like, if
mm,
even, like, it's kind of like, okay, I check where is everything, and then like, okay, it's go time. Like
exactly.
I think what would usually take people 3 weeks to get settled, it takes 3 hours for me, just
Mm,
because I'm so used to it, and I think I can adjust way quicker because I've done this thing over and over again. That's why for me it's not a challenge anymore. It's kind of like people even going to some different places and ask me where to go, although I haven't been there. Because they kind of know. Okay, he will probably know, and for me it takes like it's yeah. I think it's just because I've done it so much. It's very. It comes easy now, I would say.
Mm. How many places you've been? Yeah, like how many countries you visit? You
um,
didn't count?
no, no, no.
It's a
No,
lot, I
but
think.
I think yeah. I think because for example, like I remember when I, for example, left the army. You have this 6 month service in Austria that you have to do, and it was like, okay, I'm going on a Europe travel. Like just
Mm.
it's this, what was it called, Interrail, so you can go with one ticket through all of Europe. And I think already there I did 10 places and
Mhm.
in 20 days or something. And I remember, I think I worked out in every city I went. Like just, but this is like I've been in each city one day basically or 2 days, but still I was like, well, gym is kind of like we go and do it. And, um, and it's just like, what are you prioritizing? People, I don't know, back then, which I don't think I would do now anymore. I was staying in hostels, and when they went out to go drinking and whatever, taking drugs or anything like this, I was just like, okay, well, I'm. I mean, sometimes I went out too, but I'm not really that big into drinking. And then the next morning, I started working out and did my thing. And like basically, when they woke up and I woke up, we could have the same day, although I just already did my workout. I just got it done in the morning. And then I could still explore the city because most cities and towns are not awake at 7 a.m., And if you've done your workout already by 7, 8 a.m., it's kind of like, okay, you still have the whole day ahead of you.
Yeah, I always say that. So I'm a morning person as well. Like when people ask me why you're doing that, how you're doing that. Like if someone asks you, like for example, because like I get this comment always like from my friends, like why you are
Yeah.
doing this, like why you are pursuing this life, or why you are going hard on yourself, why you are not enjoying life more, why you're not drinking that much, why you get up that early. What would you answer to this question?
Um, I think it depends what you define as enjoying. Because
Yeah.
is someone really enjoying a pizza and the feeling after? Like, is this really true enjoyment? Like, like, yes, you eat pizza, McDonald's, or whatever you call enjoyment, but is it truly enjoyment what you're doing here?
Exactly. It's
Or is
not
it just
fulfilling. Yeah.
not at all? And that's the thing. Um, like people kind of chasing this instant gratification, going for the unhealthy
Dopamine
food.
seeker, I call.
Say again?
Dopamine seeker. Dopamine.
Exactly. Yeah, like those guys or girls, whatever. It's kind of like their enjoyment is very short lived, and that's why I think I just have a different definition of enjoyment because I'm putting healthy food in my body, I'm challenging my body, and I can still have a great life. Like it because people can also get it too extreme the other way around. It's kind of like, yeah, you work out and do this all the time and never enjoy life. You never go out, you never go to a party or anything. I think that's also not healthy, because it's the
I
balance
agree.
between them. And but when people, for example, say, someone they cut a cake and they ask me like, why you are not enjoying your life? Why are you so, or all this stuff? It's kind of like I don't want to eat this cake. Like I have no desire in
Interest.
eating this.
Yeah.
I have no like, but it's not because like I eat this cake, I get fat or anything like this. It's kind of like there's literally no desire for me eating this cake or eating this burger. It's like eat whatever you want next to me. I'm happy with my chicken and rice. Like this is my happy place. Like and I think when people are around me, they can feel it. That it's not like I'm not forcing myself to do it. This is
Exactly. Yeah.
like it's not forcing at all. For me, this is it, yes. People call me disciplined because for them it's hard to eat healthy. For them it's hard to work out. For me, it's not because it's my habit. It's my life, and I think people just have such a low standard of themselves or of the population that they think I'm kind of challenging me here because it would be a challenge for them. But for me, it's not. That's why my enjoyment comes from my growth, the time with the people I spend time with, and having some crazy times with them too. But it's because it comes in small doses. They are truly special, and yeah. So I'm kind of enjoying myself to the fullest. But does it mean I need to eat chocolate or pizza?
Yeah,
Absolutely not. I'm still, yeah, like I still don't need it.
I felt that too. Like because I met like people that they are disciplined, but they are not like kind of enjoying that. But
Yeah.
uh in your life is like at the same time you are enjoying this is somehow is part of your identity. You are not like forcing yourself to do that, and this is very important because it means that these actions they are coming from your values. It's not coming from like something to be admired or something, you
Mhm.
or even challenged, like uh it's coming from someone that you want to be, like you want to show up every day, and that's why you're not challenging yourself. It's just flow in your life.
Yeah, yeah. It's my flow. It's my
Do
natural
you
life.
know that, what are your values in life?
Yes, I mean it's a very broad question, like
Yeah.
values in specific topics, or
Yeah. But I think like it's somehow related to everything that you are doing, even as the daily actions. That's why I asked
okay.
you.
I think one of the biggest values in life is, I mean, the thing is, are we talking about character traits or values like in life where I want to reach, what I want to do? Maybe I'll just
Yeah,
share a little bit, or
exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah. So when it comes to what is the purpose or goal of life, I think it's self-actualization. So it's kind of like living your truest self and knowing
Exactly.
what you want, know where you're going, and your words and actions are in complete alignment. Like you're not doing anything for anyone else. Like you're doing it because you love it. And people will be attracted to you, and people will come into your life, and they will come because it's truly you and not because you're playing someone else. So this is like kind of like, I think, the kind of the purpose of life, like that you are becoming your best version, and this is not stopping at whatever 35 because this is your top physical shape or whatever. This continues to grow until you're 80 because you can always get better, you can always explore more, you can always learn more. And so I think another kind of value is, of course, being this open mind of always learning, improving, getting better, exploring, seeking adventure, never getting rusty, getting like old for me is just a mind thing. I think I met people who are 25 and to me they're already dead. But then there are people like 2 weeks ago, I met a guy on Samui. He was 80 and he was like, he told me about stories. He wrote book in his lives and he was like, yeah, now I'm kind of trying to translate my book to English. And he was talking about it, and I was like, and he joined the yoga there, and I was like, this guy is showing up. Like, yes, of course, he didn't look like 20, but he looked like 55 maybe, and he was 80, like he was alive. And so this, for me, this age thing, or how how you perceive yourself is very much of what's your outlook in life. And I think constantly learning, getting better is keeping you young for sure. And when it comes to values regarding character and stuff, I think one of the most important one is that, or at least for me, that's it, like that my word means everything. If I tell you I do this, or I'm whatever. Like it's worth more than any contract that could be signed. Like I think this is very strong for me. Then obviously honesty, true friendships, um, real connection with people, loving relationships, family, trust. Yeah, and I mean, kind of those are the things. Like it's kind of like health, mind, soul, and then sharing it with the right people. And it's actually it's not that much, but it's
It's
all
beautiful.
revolving around it.
No, it's
Yeah,
so
but
beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
you well, I'm not sure if I answered the question because values
No, you did.
are.
Exactly. That was the answer that I was waiting for, because like I think that it's so important to know what you are pursuing in life. Like setting goals is different, like, or values. Like when you have some values in your life, even if the goal itself change, you will find your way. uh, you can set another goal, you can do it in a different way. For example, if like this connection is your kind of values, like experiencing or speaking your truth, finding your truth, you will find it
Mhm.
wherever you are. Like it doesn't matter which location you're traveling, you're living in different kind of places, but you're living your
Yeah,
truth. That's why I wanted to like deliver to people, like it doesn't matter like where do you live or what do you have, like you can live your
absolutely.
truths.
And like maybe here one very thing that I might not have shared before is like one of the big values or goals or yeah values in life that I have is like I want to leave this world better than I found it. Like I want to make
Yeah.
this world a better
Yeah.
place. Even if it's just like when you were very young, you're thinking, well, I'm going to change the whole world. But then the more you grow and the older you get, or older, let's call it wiser you get, it's kind of like if I change myself, I'm kind of changing the whole world because
I
I'm
agree.
changing.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, like because you see the world differently, you are acting differently, and the world around you is just reacting differently to you. And that's, I think, this is a progression that happened throughout my life for sure. Because at first it started in the gym that I took over, and I helped the people there, and I did the training and whatever. Then it transferred to poker, and then in poker it was still I was the guy helping out people with either lifting or other stuff in life. And now there's a lot of shifting, as I told before, going on, and I can see how the next step could be coming. So I think this is also a very important value that needs to be mentioned.
So may I ask, like, what is exactly a professional poker player, like, for people that might don't know, can you explain a
Yeah.
little bit more?
Well, a professional poker player is like very simple. Is someone who earns his living with playing poker.
It's like online, or you need to be in a
You can
place?
you can either do it online or you can either do it in a casino or in a place like yeah in a city. And I've done both.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what, like, this whole lifestyle that you shared, like the whole life story that you have like in your mind, when did you
Mhm.
understand, like, is there any point in your life that you choose to live like that, or you always know that you want to live like this, you want it like to be location free or like financial free? Like, was there a turning point for you? Like, is there any story behind that, or you just wanted to be like this?
Well, when I was 12, I was probably not thinking like this. So no, I was not always like this. But I remember one um, experience that was pretty strong for me. It was yeah, I've already been introduced to books because my mom, she tried to read books to me all the time, like when I was a child. And my whole youth, I was against book. I was like, I don't need this. This is I don't like it. And then I got a book, and it really captivated me. The book itself, I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter for this story. But then I started reading books because it's kind of like, well, that's kind of like what makes you grow mentally. And then there was a book, I think it was a Shaolin book. Like, so it was some kind of like book about from some Asian Shaolin. And or I'm not 100% sure. Like, I just know what happened in there. In this book, there was an exercise where it says like, okay, now we're kind of like envisioning your life and painting your life vision, and also trying to define who you want to be. Um, and then I remember I was 19 back then, and I was at a place that was very still and where I had a lot of time to think. So I took this paper and I drew all kind of stuff. Like, I drew stuff that now I absolutely don't want anymore. But it was definitely this like, be free, live wherever you want to, and all kind of different stuff. And so this was a very big point where I, in my mind, had kind of like, I don't was want to say um, a fixed goal, but it's kind of like, I have a path, or I have a vision of what my life could look like. And then I think the other exercise that was in there was way more important, which was, okay, now you're 75 and it's your 75th birthday. And now the people are coming to your birthday. What are they saying about you? Like, what are they valuing about you? Like, what are the things, the traits that you want to be known for? And well, I was writing who I will be at this point. And yes, obviously there was stuff like disciplined, big heart, helping people, all the, like, always living his truth, going for it. And I write all this stuff down. Now I'm 30, and pretty much all the stuff that I wrote down back then for my 75th birthday, I'm already hearing it now, because I have a decade of me trying to go in that direction, if that makes sense. So I would say this was quite the turning point where I said, like, well, I want to go in that direction. I mean, with other points of like, okay, I'm taking over the gym. I'm deciding to do some changes. I give poker a shot. Like, I took some risks, and I would say they paid off. And like, but regarding the life vision and where I am now and when it really started, I think this was the earliest point I can remember where I said, like, well, this is kind of the life I'm envisioning. And um, now I'm here, yeah, kind of living it.
It was so beautiful. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad it's
Okay,
beautiful.
if there is only one habit you want the people that are watching this video to add to their life, what would it be?
A habit, like a
You can
thing.
choose like between exercising, meditation, journaling, something that you want to advise people. It can be not even a habit, something that you think
Uh,
that it really can help them or change their perspective of life.
I mean, I think all the things you mentioned, exercising, meditating, and journaling, I think it's all valuable stuff to
They,
add
yeah,
to life.
they all need to be mixed. I can, for myself, I cannot choose. But if someone asked me,
Yeah.
I would say journaling because I'm a big fan of like writing, and like
Hmm.
it helps me to like organize what is in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
But at the same time, yes, I think exercising, meditation, they are so important as well. But if like
Yeah.
there's start point, because I know that some of the people that might watch this video from my community as well,
Yeah.
they are not doing any of that. So that's why I want to like, if they want to take
Yeah.
one point from this video, what what it would be.
I think it's working out. I mean,
Perfect.
like, and it doesn't need to be only gym. It can be like, get physical, like,
I agree.
challenge your body, like
I agree.
like don't sit and just sit at home. Like, challenge your body. It's the one thing you're gonna live forever with. And yes, you can say the same about the mind. That's why you should journal, meditate, or whatever. But I think getting physical is something that will can also stop the mind
Exactly.
going some like
Yeah.
it's now you're feeling the
Focus.
body. Yeah, yeah. So I think if I had to choose between all the great habits that you can have, I think it's lifting slash working out.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to share that I didn't ask?
Um, I mean, and nothing specific that comes to mind. I think
Okay. Okay, so how long you want to stay? Do you know how long you want to stay in Thailand?
in Thailand, Thailand itself, I'm gonna be. I already booked my next flight. My next flight is
Wow.
gonna be
I wanted to ask
in
like
Bali.
where is the next destination? My next
Uh,
question was that.
okay, it's gonna be Bali, like Bali in
Oh.
5 weeks.
It's so beautiful.
Well,
You will enjoy
well,
so
we'll
much.
see. I've heard very polarizing opinions about it. Some really love it, some really don't like it. So I'm making a picture for myself because people who knew me very well say like, "Well, you will really love it," but then other were like, "Not sure." So I'm kind of like, "Well, the only way to find out is to
Go
go
and
find it out
experience
yourself."
it. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. That's
Okay,
why.
so have so much fun.
Well, I think I'm doing a good job having fun.
You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we are already recording for 50 minutes. I
Okay.
think we got to the ending point. Is there anything else
Sure,
you want to
sure.
mention, or should we go to the surprise of mine?
I think like I did my fair share of sharing. I think now it's your time.
Okay. So, through like this topic and everything that we talked, the project that I told you, like I was working on for 3 months, it was like I was writing a book, and
No
yeah,
way.
yeah, I was right,
Love
and
it. Love
yeah.
it.
And it's just finished, and literally you're the first person that I'm sharing with, like, and this video and I will like, and not even my parents knows that, because like I was like using my first early mornings time for that, and I understand like if I want to choose one identity for myself, it will be in like a writer. It's really so much to all the thing that I always wanted. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
the book finished, but and I will publish that after like I publish this video. I think this week it will be, and yeah, it will be now for in Amazon Kindle. Like
Yeah.
I don't have like a publisher to like publish it, because like I live here in Turkey, and yeah, it's in
Yeah.
English, and the name of the book is First Time Living, and it
Yeah.
means like we all have one life living, and it's like a brain based kind of book for
Uh-huh.
empathy, forgiveness, and inner peace, that like
Uh-huh.
trying not to be so much hard on ourselves, and pursue
Yeah.
life with curiosity and kindness.
I love it. I love it. I was expecting a lot, but not a book. This is amazing. This
It's
is
not a big
this
deal.
is
I just wanted to share.
yeah, it's a big deal to me. Like congratulations. This
Thank
is
you.
huge.
Thank
Like
you.
like how many pages?
I think I didn't check, 100 and something, 100, close.
Okay.
Yeah, close to 150, I guess. I need to
Nice.
see like in the Kindle version how many pages, but in the Word it was like around 200, but it will be changed. Like
Mhm.
I think 100, and it's not a very big book, but I try to cover like this all um topics that is somehow related to empathy. How can we like navigate like a relationship with people with kindness and
Yeah.
open heart, and at the same time set like healthy boundaries and everything,
Yes.
and like a psychological way and neurological way describe what will happen like when we are feeling all these different kind of experiences, what is happening in
Yeah.
our brain, because like I have a very deep passion for brain and psychology and psychiatry
Yeah.
as
Yeah. Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to like look at all these stuff and topics like from the look of the science and experience at the same time. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have like very medical based words to make it
Research.
complicated.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
it's only for people, but people should know that there are like science based thing for everything that I shared. I even like mentioned the books and the articles and everything. So yes, I'm so excited for that.
Well, I am too. This is real congratulations. I'm proud of you. This is awesome. Like really, it's great.
And I'm happy like I shared at the end of this video, because we talked about these topics as well. We talked about our values, we talked about like like living our truths. And when you live, I
Hmm.
believe when you live your truths, all the things in your life, you can understand how you want to pursue your relationship, how you want to pursue your job, how you want to pursue your everything in your life can somehow like getting set up. And that's why I like this topic and this interview, and I think that aligned to like it was a good time for me to say like this is going to happen.
I'm happy to be part of the journey. And it's.
Thank
I
you.
have one question though. One question though. It's like, what was your purpose or why behind writing this book?
Okay, so it's a very good question. So
I mean, I don't
uh,
know if like I don't want to over exaggerate the video, but I'm very curious. Like I would really like to hear.
so I always try to connect it to my inner self, that to see what I really want from this life. And
Yeah.
I set a lot of goals in my life. I was like, okay, in this age I want this, in this age I want that. And one day
Mm.
I just sit, and I always knew that okay, after my 40, when I settled, when I did that, when I achieved this or that, when I had this a lot of things that was in my mind, I want to
Yeah.
sit somewhere, I want to travel, and I want to write. And that was the end stage for me. And then I was like, why I'm not doing that right now? Like what is
Yes.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what the limiting beliefs that, or you're
Hmm.
going to be very perfectionist, like I need to have this or that to start
Yeah.
something. And I was like, why I'm like I'm reading these old things about not to being perfectionist, start like from nothing,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Yeah.
doing that myself. I was like, okay, just to start. Then I was so confused at first, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, how can I start? I just start writing, and because like I was reading a lots of book in this last 3 years especially, I had like
Yeah.
lots of idea in my mind, so I just do the mind mapping and get the idea, and it was
Yeah.
inspired by like I was watching a video and or a podcast, I don't remember. And I this sentence stuck with me, that this
Yeah.
is everyone's first time living. So it means that you need to be uh compassionate with yourself and the other people, because like
Uh-huh.
this is everyone's first time living. So that
Yes.
was the first inspiration. And
Yes.
yeah, I just wanted to do that. And I was like, okay, what will happen? Like, case scenario, no one will like show any interest. I will keep it for
Yeah.
myself.
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
then uh,
I'm
and then I just
I'm
started.
love it. Love it. This is great. It only took you 3 months.
Yes, because every day I was writing for very focusedly 3 to 4 hours in the morning.
Love it. Love it. So it's morning, okay, go time and write.
exactly. And it and
And
I felt such an excitement I never felt in my whole life. And I was feeling that I'm
oh,
so connected. I'm so connected. And
mm,
nothing in my life could like make me sad or upset, or I was
oh,
like,
yeah,
nothing. I'm writing my book.
like you are on your way,
Yeah, it
like
was
you
fun.
are on your
And that
path.
that was the reason
Yeah,
I didn't share, because I wanted to keep this joy for myself. I didn't want to ruin that.
I feel it.
But this is the
Yes.
point that I need to share, because like it's finished. I need to publish that. So
Let's go. No, this is like so. Throughout the whole process, you were writing it, and no one knew about it.
no.
Beautiful, beautiful. But this is, oh, I love it too much. This is greatness. This is like it's amazing. I'm very happy for you, and yeah, I'm very glad to read it. Like I'll be the first one to buy it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like I'm this makes me excited. Like as you can see, like maybe one quick takeaway, it's just like we kind of finished the conversation 10,
Mhm.
12 minutes ago, but it's kind of like it's not stopping because it's just there is some, how do you say it, I don't want to call it always the vibe or anything, but the energy is very similar, and this is
Yeah,
something
I
that
agree.
is very important in life, to
Yeah,
look for this kind of energy or those people, where it's kind of like, talking feels like nothing, like, or it doesn't feel like forced or anything like this. And
exactly.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, this is super exciting to me. Trust me.
Thank you.
Like, you don't even know how much. Yeah,
Of course, sure. This week it will be.
love it, love it, love it. Like, keep me posted. Keep me posted for
Thank you,
sure.
sure, for sure, for sure. I will, I will. Okay, one last question. It just came to my mind
Ah,
when I was
sure.
like sharing the inspiration behind my story. I just remembered, like I talked about like the self-doubt and limiting beliefs and everything.
Mhm.
How you overcome when some limiting beliefs come, or a self-doubt or a fear, like how you overcome, or it never happened to you.
It happened. It happened over years and years. Everyone knows it, and I had my fair share of it, and still have. Like, it's not that it's you're just getting better at overcoming it, but
Exactly.
I don't want to say it's always going to be there, but yeah. So to
But it's
answer the
always
question,
gonna
yes,
be there in some different.
like there will be, you kind of speak to someone, you will be nervous, you do the next project, you don't know where you're going, you don't know, are you sure, is this going on? And so to answer the questions, yes, of course, I have doubts or limiting beliefs. And my way of approaching it's a great question because it's so fitting for the period I'm in right now, and I should watch this every time I'm doubting myself again. Um, that the one thing that I learned in life is, the way is where the fear is. So when you're truly afraid of something, or if there is something you are really scared of doing, but feel a pull to it, like it's not an unnatural fear, because people have fear of, I don't know, some other, like, but there is a pull, and you want to do this because I'm quite sure there was this pull. I want to write this book, but there was fear. Am I capable? Am I able to do this? And all these things
What
going
would
on in your
people
mind.
say?
Yeah, what and all this stuff. And the one thing that I learned, because I think I conquered fear quite a lot in my life. Like, doesn't matter if it's with business, relationship, women, um, even in weights in the gym, like, it's a dangerous weight. It's a weight that can kill you, and all this stuff. Um, where this fear, it appears to be so big. Always, it's so big because you are catastrophizing everything. Like, people will hate you, they will leave you. You will be like, you're making everything so big. But then once you do it, it's actually not the worst thing in the world. So, um, my way is that, like, when I feel this fear, and it's something that I feel not just in one moment, but I'm thinking about something and it's going on for 3 4 days, weeks, months. It's kind of like, okay, the fear is the guidance, and this is where you need to go. And so I use it as my guidance,
Mhm.
that there is the way, basically. So um, yeah, yeah, I think that's the answer. Like, I think the way is where the fear is, and um, I'm very much in this phase right now where I'm facing a lot of challenges internally. And so I'm facing my fear quite a bit, but every day I'm taking action. Every day I keep going at it, and it's every day it seems to be less big of a fear. But like, to reach some level of success, you have to have your level of doubt. You have to have your level of sacrifice. So it's just one part that you have to overcome, and you will come out as a bigger version. So yeah, that's my way how I would
That's
say
beautiful.
of overcoming fear or doubt.
Thank you.
I thank you for asking all these questions and for writing a book. This is amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And again, it was a pleasure first meeting you, then my first interview, like official in my channel with you. And I know that you will reach whatever you want. And I hope you all the best and peace and good energy and vibes, good people in your life, in your real life. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna stop that.